And good evening, everybody. Welcome in. It is January 8th. It's a warm day, 2026. A warm day here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Got up like 51 or something like that. So, supposed to stay around the 40s, and we'll fit another 50-degree day tomorrow and in the 40s, at least for a little while. So, that's every day closer to spring, and every day brings us closer to pitchers and catchers report. That's always a good thing. And there is brother Jack Dawson, first one in the ballpark. So good to see you, Jack. And hope you had a fun day playing a lot of baseball. I know you have a lot of projects going on, and I always like the fact that you keep me updated in the comments. So really, really cool stuff. So yeah, so I've been showing just some of these some of the really cool non-season products that you can get with Action PC Baseball. I just thought we would just bang out an exhibition game here. We'll maybe just pick two teams. And last night we had fun. We played a full game of pocket pennant run baseball, which was great fun. We had Paul Fay come in and talk to us a while and do a just kind of quick look around of the Baseball HQ app, which is available. You gotta look for that HQ app and join that group there to friend Paul Fay to get it. But otherwise, it's free. Also, it's part of Pocket Pennant Run Baseball as well. So if you have Pocket Pennant Run Baseball, you install it, you have it. There should be a new patch, I think, coming out this week, according to Paul Fay. So go grab it. Go grab it. So as I talked about this product, and really any product, the one thing that I sort of didn't touch on, I think, enough with Action PC products, the fact of how expandable they are, how customizable they are. So this top 160 teams comes with 80 great teams from the National League, baseball history, and American, 80 great American League teams. So we're in the National League file right now. But if you feel you want to add more, well, there's room. There's definitely room. There's room for 40 more teams. Of course, you can always delete teams. You can do all kinds of things. Obviously, you would have to own the seasons to add new teams, but at least with this, when you buy this, you get all these teams, which is really, really cool. But if you feel that for instance, you wanted to pop in the maybe this year's World Series participants, pretty easy to do. I haven't installed the 2025 season yet, but you certainly can. Just by you can right click. Well, actually, I want to right click. You can just do right here teams, and you can import teams and anything that you would have installed here. And again, I don't have 2025 installed yet. I don't have most of what I have in this here installed, but I could just very easily do that. So bear that in mind when you're purchasing these products from DK Sports for Action PC Baseball. And so just a quick update. Had my second eye surgery today. Still hurts. The other eye, there's more light coming through. The vision's not clear. So my right eye's 20/20. My left eye, I guess we'll find out tomorrow where's going to go with that. So a lot of good teams here that we can play with. Again, this is just an exhibition. This is best suited for maybe taking some of these teams and put them into a sort of league, or take some and create a draft league or anything like that. And we showed the other night how to create blank leagues and then just put things up here. This year up here really just doesn't mean anything. So it's not like this is normalized to 1903. We could give this any name that we want. So let's pick two teams and we'll just play a little one off. So it was good to see RJO Network doing a game earlier, so stopped in there for a while. So that was good stuff. And there's Jeff Ray. How you doing, Jeff? It's good to see you. So I think I don't know. Let's just pick two teams here and let's have a little bit of fun. Let's look at what we have here in terms of any one of these I can click on. We can look here. So we got the 2008 Cubs. So this might be kind of fun. Maybe do a little Cubs Cardinals action or something like that. Or if you guys see two teams you'd like to have lock up here and play, just let me know and I'll look around here. These 49 Brooklyn Dodgers, certainly a team that I like a lot. A lot, actually. 1949 was a great baseball season. So maybe we take, maybe we do a little bit of Dodgers versus somebody here. Let's do we've been seeing a lot of Phillies all over the place in the community lately, but still always fun. But let's play the 52 Dodgers against the 51 New York Giants. I think that will be fun. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. All right, so let's do an exhibition. And so the away team will be the 1952 Brooklyn Dodgers. As soon as I find them here, there they are. And the home team will be the 51 New York Giants. And I don't know, April 29th, that sounds fun to me. And on our way to the Polo Grounds, let's play. All right, let the computer manage the New York Giants. Let's play some baseball. Hey, cuz. So, well, I guess I forgot to assign player photos to this one. That kind of sucks. Yeah, weird. No, because Jackie's picture's in there. I don't know what's going on. Anyhow, had my second surgery, so my eye still really hurts. The vision is really cloudy right now. There's more light. So tomorrow I go for my post-op appointment and have off work tomorrow. Obviously, I can't work with this kind of pain and stuff like that. So this one hurts like the first surgery hurt more when I was getting it done. The second one hurts more afterwards. So that's kind of where we are right now. Hey, Aaron, great to see you. Welcome in. All right, so let's see. Sal the Barber Magley, going for the 1951 New York Giants. And Brooklyn will be countering with Carl Erskine. I think Carl Erskine. Or do we want to start? Yeah, let's start Oisk, as he was called. All right, let me get my headphones on and we'll go. How's the challenge going so far? The challenge? I'll wait here and try to find what my cousin's talking about with the. I was just realizing I didn't have the pictures in there yet because I didn't set the line up. Duh. Same in the game. So what challenge is that, cuz? Please do let me know. I'm not quite sure. But all right. Get these on here. There we go. Tough, but getting there. It's day by day. You got to take it one day at a time, man. And that's what I'm doing. So far, so good. Yeah, watch out for those Giants. They cheat. Welcome in, Parallel League. So we're getting there, cuz. We're getting there. All right, let's go and play some baseball. All right, welcome to the Polo Grounds for this exhibition between the 1952 Brooklyn Dodgers and the 1951 New York Giants. Carl Erskine takes the mound for Brooklyn, and he'll be opposed by Sal the Barber Magley for the Giants. So it is 66 degrees here in late April at the Polo Grounds, with the wind speed just 1 mile per hour, just a little zephyr, and from right field. And before we play ball, I'm just going to make a channel announcement. So over the next week or so, um, I'm kind of keeping track on who. Hey, Nathaniel, great to see you. On the people that have been regularly coming in, and again, while this is always about family, um, I'm going to go through and kind of look at finding some names that maybe haven't been here for a while, and not booting anybody from the channel, but I'm going to take some wrenches just because it's part of the thing about family is kind of hanging out and showing up. So while I never ever ask anybody to like and subscribe, and I never will, um, sometimes it's just nice to see that maybe people just don't take the little wrench for granted. But even the people, if you're losing your wrench, if you come back, you get it back. But I'm not going to be doing that right away. But probably over the course of the next couple weeks, I'll be looking, because I think I hold the record for the most moderators on YouTube. So the guys in here, nothing to worry about. You have guys have nothing to worry about. You got your wrenches. You guys are here all the time. Nathaniel, not so much, but Nathaniel, I get it. It's all cool. But I have some people that I gave moderator status a long time ago, and I haven't seen them for a long time. So I'm talking about people going back, a couple years now that just haven't been back. And I figure, let's just go ahead and trim it down a bit, but still part of the family, still part of the family. So, but that's all. And that's not a negative. That's just for me to be able to kind of keep track. There's John DFW. How you doing, John? Great to see you. All right. I was thinking about doing this as a manual entry tonight with either Strat or Appa. To be honest, though, I'm really tired, so we'll just play out a game just this way in the Action PC engine. But we'll do this again some night using either ApaGo or Strat or Pocket Pennant Run or whatever, and use this for manual entry. So John said he had a shitty day at work. Well, relax here with the family, my friend, and just talk some baseball, buddy. That's always a good cure for the shitty day at work, right? All right. Here we go. It's crazy that life changes. Yeah, they do. But Nathaniel, now you're, like I said, these are moderators that haven't been in here in 2 years. Those are the people I'm just taking the wrenches. That's all. And it's nothing against them. It's just, it gets hard to kind of keep that long list. And, I mean, I knocked a guy out in his ass the other night and whatever. It's not like I can't do it. I'm pretty fast. But there we go. Christopher Slovic. So, how do I get that beginning screen on Action PC Baseball? All right, well, I'll show you, and then we'll just restart the game. Show you how to get it. Okay. So, all right, so we're back out on basically on the screen. So anything that you sort of select as a season, so you can have that like as your opening screen. So I'm sorry if I'm a little bit meh tonight. I'm tired, but I just felt like hanging out with you guys. So you can specify, and I'm trying to remember if it's in video and sound, but you can, in other words, when you install a season, basically you can just set it as opening screen. I think there's, is it, we're already in setup. I don't remember if this was it. Chris, I'll have to look back on it again and it's really easy. Just right now, I still think I'm coming off the anesthesia a little bit. So, all right. Anyhow, so let's go back and do this again. Now, the opening screen will go away when you do exit, but if I would, well, like in other words, switch to a season, switch back, this would come as my opening screen. So let's do that. And I'll show you. So if we go to 1971. You'll see that 1971, there's no opening screen there or whatever. I could set this as my opening screen. So, but I will get back to you on that. Okay, brother? All right, let's do an exhibition game. which turns up. Is there a button which turns up fights ejections? Thank you, cousin. I appreciate it. You guys are pretty amazing. So, Chris, what I'll do is I'll put together a bit of a tutorial for that, and I'll show you some maybe inside things because I think you're a little bit more. I think you might be newer to inside pitch, if memory serves. I know you've been a long time the park player. Chris, you should share your good news in here with everybody. By the way, so saw it on social media, but let everybody know, and everybody that might catch this later on, we'll let you be able to, because lots of good. There are lots of good prayers and vibes for you. So you might want to give everybody the good news in here because maybe not everybody has heard that. Saw it on Facebook or whatever social media. But Chris has some great news. Great news. If he does not mind sharing, that would be really nice. All right. Did I say 52 or 53 Brooklyn? Doesn't matter. They're both great teams. Let's take the 52 Dodgers. So Chris says, John, if you want to talk shitty day at Oracle, my strychnine. So Chris says that he got hired in Tajikistan. So looks like a really, really great job. And we're really super happy, just super happy for Chris. Glad to know. And also, we still have him in the United States here until August, I believe. So that's always pretty cool. All right, let's jump back into it again. So, and what a difference a day makes. Now it's the wind is 6 miles per hour. Okay. Again, I didn't bother going through and setting up all the logos and everything. Chris says he's so relieved, and so are we, my friend. So let me turn off manual entry as we're just going to use the Action PC engine tonight. All right. And let me just make sure that the computer is managing one of these teams, because when you switch sometimes between manual entry and all that, it will do human. So there, I want human computer. There we go. All right, let's look at the starting lineup here for the 1952 Brooklyn Dodgers. It's shortstop, leading off Pee Wee Reese. Batting second at third base, Billy Cox. Batting third in center field, the Duke of Flatbush, Duke Snyder. In the cleanup spot at second base, Jackie Robinson. Batting fifth at first base, Gil Hodges. Batting sixth in left field, Andy Pafko. Batting seventh and catching, Roy Campanella. Batting eighth in right field, the Reading Rifle, Carl Furillo. And pitching and batting ninth, Oisk, Carl Erskine. Looking at the starting defense for the 1951 New York Giants. In left, it'll be Bobby Thompson. In center, Willie Mays. And over right, Don Mueller. First base, Monty Irvin. At second, Eddie Stanky. At short, Alvin Dark. At third, Hank Thompson. Behind the plate, Wes Westrom. And on the mound, Sal the Barber Magley. Leading off here, Pee Wee Reese, 272 average, 6 home runs, 58 RBIs for the 1952 Brooklyn Dodgers. Magley to deal the 1-2 pitch. And Pee Wee Reese looks at a called strike three fastball in there in the knees. So one away now for third baseman Billy Cox at 259 average, 6 home runs, 34 runs batted in. And how was the eye surgery? So it hurts right now. This eye wasn't as bad, but it hurts worse. And it's still very, very fuzzy, but I understand that's pretty normal. So I have a post-op appointment tomorrow, but things are coming together. So for all the naysayers out there, people that kind of just said, well, whatever, screw off. Dude, I'm like resilient. I got to give myself that. So everything's going well, but my resiliency is also because of the awesomeness of the good people in this community. So thank you for hanging in there with me. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot. So Nathaniel said he was working today and had the 1952 World Series on in the background. Nice. Way to go, man. All right, Billy Cox in the box, one down here. Billy Cox in the box. Hey, I should be a rapper. 1-0 pitch, and Cox will send this out to left field. Sinking liner to left, but Bobby Thompson has it measured up, and 2 up, 2 down for the Dodgers. One of the greatest center fielders of all time, up there now, The Duke of Flatbush, Duke Snider, a 303 average, 21 home runs, and 92 runs batted in for Snider. Magley into the wind, 0-2 pitch. And this one, a little foul tip there by Duke Snider. So trying to catch up to a little fastball action there by the barber. And Todd B says, staying at home with the kiddies. We'll hear you soon. Absolutely, man. In fact, tomorrow, except for going out to do my eye appointment, I'll be home with these two outlaws. Believe me, they were both. I got home today, man, and you know what it's like after surgery. Man, I was stoned off my arse. In fact, I was going to come on earlier and do a game and call it stoned off my arse baseball, but I was out of it, man. And I hit the bed and they jumped up and they were just both sleeping against me. It's so amazing how our fur babies, our companions, how they know and can have such well, let's face it, unconditional love. And Todd is absolutely right. Staying at home with the kiddies will heal you soon. Funny thing happened in Robert's stream though. So, you know, he and David, baseball demoers, are really good friends. But Robert always likes to make these kind of funny remarks about Tabby, calling her that fluffy cat. Well, he was doing that tonight in his game. I guess his lamp burned out. So I will sense, I don't know if Robert catches any of these, but you know what, Robert? That's the curse of Tabby. If you refer to her as merely that fluffy cat, there you go. So she shut out the lights briefly in the ballpark from long distance. Yeah, I'd have to do a game win stone. Yeah, but I couldn't see. That was the problem, Chris. I was so tired. And man, last thing I remember, I hit the pillow. My kitties jumped up. I gave them both scritchies and said, all right, it's time to sleep. And that's all I remember. Just out. All right, here's the pitch again. 0-2 pitch to Duke Snider. And line drive, and Willie Mays running in and diving all the way, full body extension. And what a great catch by Willie Mays. And that will retire the Dodgers. So the Brooklyn Dodgers turned away, and that will bring up the New York Giants here in the bottom of the first. Leading it off here is shortstop Alvin Dark, a 303 average, 14 home runs, and 69 runs batted in. He said, that's all good. You did a game drunk. I may do that some night. Erskine to Dark. And Dark swings. This one, a long fly ball to left field. High and deep and open the window, Aunt Minnie. And the Giants not wasting any time here on their own turf. And Alvin Dark sends this out of here. So 1-0 for the New York Giants brings up Willie Mays. So the Say Hey Kid, a 274 average, 20 home runs, 68 runs batted in. Oysk deals 2-1 pitch. Mays goes to right field. Don't close that window, Aunt Minnie. Back-to-back jacks by the New York Giants off of Carl Erskine. And it is 2-0 in favor of the New York Giants. Wow. All right, here's Monty Irvin now, first baseman for the Gothams. A 312 average, 24 home runs, 121 runs batted in. He said, Beatles drunk would be too funny. You never know, Nathaniel. It could happen. I'm just tired tonight, but I still wanted to hang out with you guys for a while. So I talk about family and talk about community, man, and that means hanging out. You don't tell your family to get the hell out just because you're having a bad day. Man, that's weak sauce. That's weak sauce. So, and I'm not about weak sauce. I'm no quitter. And so there you go. And I appreciate you too, man. I appreciate all you people. You guys are my cousins and my cousins. All my cousins. But the chief cousin here, cousin Ken Castro, leading in the 1912 World Series. We got to wrap that puppy up, cousin Ken. So we got to work that out when we're going to do it. All right, Oysk deal now after giving up back-to-back jacks to the Giants. Erskine, 1-2 pitch. Irvin swings. This will stay in the ballpark. Pee Wee Reese backing up. Fires and close play at first. And Pee Wee Reese unable to get the runner. So Monty Irvin with good speed going down the line picks up the third hit for the Giants. And it's Bouncer Eternally. It is indeed, Mick. How you doing tonight, man? Yeah, that was fun, man. Got to use my trigger figure. It's been a while. I used to occasionally moderate on ID Jester's channel, and I would see people start shit and bang. It was like, damn, Beatles is fast. So I might go off on tangents, but I mostly do pay attention. Christopher said, "Hell, when he was surviving riots in Pakistan, this channel got me through a ton of stress." I appreciate that. It means a lot, a lot, Christopher. It really, really does. All right, Bobby Thompson. We know what he was famous for in 1951. And that being said, 293 average for him, 32 home runs, 101 runs batted in. Monty Irvin on at first. And the pitch from Erskine. And this is going to be a lazy fly ball, shortstop side, and a little pop out right to Pee Wee Reese. So finally, Carl Erskine has one down. All right, here's Eddie Stanky, 247 average, 14 home runs, 43 home runs. I think Eddie Stanky, better known in baseball as a manager. Here's the pitch to Stanky. And this one popped behind home plate. Campanella giving chase, but to no avail. So Stanky going to get another look, 1-2 pitch. And Eddie Stanky looks at a call, strike three on a fastball. So 2 down now for the New York Giants catcher, Wes Westrum. Not in there for a stick, certainly, at least average-wise. A 219 hitter in 1951, 20 round tripper, 70 runs batted in. Erskine deals, and the throw down, and they got Monty Irvin. They got Monty. Oh, they almost got. So good, strong peg by Campanella. But diving back in the bag is Monty Irvin. So let's wind it up, do it again. There goes Irvin to throw down and safe. So how about this, right? So the Giants both bringing a power game and a running game in the 1950s. So for those of you curious, Monty Irvin in 1951 did steal 12 bases. So stolen base wasn't a big thing in the 50s, but it did occasionally happen. All right, Westrum back in the box, 1-1 pitch. And after all that, Wes Westrum draws the walk. So, but Irvin will still take the stolen base to his stat. So Carl Erskine having a really, really rough first inning here now, as left-handed right fielder Don Mueller settles in the box. 277 average, 16 home runs, and 69 runs batted in. Runners at first and second for the New York Giants with a 2-0 lead here thanks to back-to-back jacks. 3-1 pitch missing, and Erskine having a lot of trouble here. So we might have to turn to the great baseball minds in the chat and see if we want to stick with Oisk here. Bases juiced, and brings up Hank Thompson. 235 average, 8 home runs, 33 runs batted in. I'd like to see Erskine get this elusive third out. And Carl Erskine's day is done. So he will draw the walk. Irvin will come in to score. And Erskine's day is done. All right, we got to get somebody that can soak up some innings here. So, who do we want here? Who do we want? Who you gonna call? Almost want to bring in Ralph Branca, but maybe not against these Giants. Let's see. Jim Hughes doesn't have enough gas to go through this. Let's bring in Joe Black. Meet Joe Black. Didn't they do a movie about Meet Joe Black or something like that? So Carl Erskine just getting slapped around here. 3 runs, 3 hits, and the bases are still sold out. Michael Kenny, welcome in. Michael says leave him in. Yeah. Well, he's out now. So Black deals to Magley, and there is the third out. The New York Giants leave them loaded, but back-to-back homers and a walk give the 1951 Giants a 3-0 lead as we head to the top of the second. The 1952 Brooklyn Dodgers will send Jackie Robinson, Gil Hodges, and Andy Pafko. Again, we're playing with the National League part of baseball's top 160 teams, available from DK Sports. Jackie with a 308 average, 19 home runs, 75 runs batted in. Magley deals, and Jackie ahead 3-0, and he's going to draw the walk. So Jackie Robinson going to try to get things started here for the Bums. So a high fastball, Jackie deciding not to chase. Gil Hodges, this was Gil Hodges' kind of slump year. We've talked about before how a priest, and it was late August, right? Because the slump goes into 1953. Catholic priest, it was going, it was mass, said, look, it's a little too hot, so just please pray for Gil Hodges. And that day, Hodges went 4 for 4 and broke the slump. So true story. Brooklyn was so intimately involved with this team. They were the only team in Major League Baseball that did not technically represented a city, but Brooklyn was and is a borough of New York City. So it was a real point of pride for them, and everybody, no matter how badly the Dodgers played, just an amazing crowd, amazing story, the Brooklyn Dodgers. All right. So Gil Hodges, 254 average, 32 round trippers, 102 runs batted in. Magley brings a 2-0 pitch. Hodges swings. This is going to be a fly ball out to left field. Back on it, Bobby Thompson, over the shoulder catch. Getting back to first is Jackie Robinson. I'm going to speed up this video play-by-play a little bit because it feels just a little bit slow to me. So let's crank this up just a little. There we go. All right. Andy Pafko now, left fielder, 287 average, 19 home runs, 85 runs batted in. One down, Jackie Robinson on at first. The wind in the pitch. Pafko swings. This one, hard ground ball up to first, and Monty Irvin's going to take it to the bag himself, 3 unassisted. 2 down, Jackie Robinson will move to second on the play. Here's Roy Campanella. Campanella, 269 hitter in 1952 for Brooklyn. 22 homers, 97 runs batted in. Magley has the sign, the pitch to Campanella, swinging on in the 0-1 pitch. This one in the left field alley, but they're going to hold Campanella to a single. Jackie Robinson will come around the score, and the 1952 Brooklyn Dodgers get on the board. It's 3-1 with 2 down here in the top of the first. Carl Furillo in there. Don't forget, this game brought to you by Ballantine Beer. All right. Carl Furillo, the Reading Rifle, a 274 average, 8 home runs, 59 runs batted in. D. Scott Howard says, whatever became of the Brooklyn team? How about that? Magley deals to Furillo, and this one up the middle. Magley, good stop off the bump over to Monty Irvin to retire the Reading Rifle. So the Brooklyn Dodgers managed to get on the board with a run, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second here at the Polo Grounds. And it's the New York Giants 3 and the Brooklyn Dodgers 1. We're back at the top of the order now. Alvin Dark is 1 for 1. Solo homer back in the first inning. The guy waiting on deck, Willie Mays, also went yard. All right, Joe Black on in relief. He's faced a third of a batter, got the third out back in the first. And this one, bounding ball, and Billy Cox has it, and over to Gil Hodges, and they get Alvin Dark by a step. Exactly. Ballantine Beer, man. Never had it, but those were the signs. That would be the sign that you would have, pardon me, that you would have seen out here. Ballantine Beer, and, above the cutaway here at the old Polo Grounds. Willie Mays homered last time up. Here's the pitch to Mays. 1-2 pitch, fly ball. Can Willie do it again? Nope, this is going to stay in the park. Furillo has it there. So 2 up, 2 down now. Joe Black handling himself pretty good. Infield single for Monty Irvin last time. 1-2 pitch. Irvin, and this is a bona fide base hit into right field. So 2 down, 1 on for Bobby Thomson. Popped to short back in the first. Joe Black deals. Thompson fly ball to right field. Furillo had him played perfectly. And the New York Giants are retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. And the Giants lead Brooklyn 3-1. So we're going to allow Joe Black to go ahead and hit for himself. It is only the 3rd inning. And there we go. Magley deals 1-2 pitch. Black sends this one lofted to left and right down into the glove of Bobby Thomson. So 1 away as we go back to the top of the order, and the great Pee Wee Reese, who struck out back in the first. Magley deals 1-0 pitch. Reese pops this one up to shoot behind the plate. Wes Westrum makes the easy catch behind the dish. 2 up, 2 down for Brooklyn. Brings up Billy Cox. Billy Cox flew out to left back in the first. Magley with the 1-0 pitch. And there we go. 2 hopper to short. Alvin Dark. Sats close play. Bang, bang play at first. And they are going to get Billy Cox for out number 3. So the Dodgers go quietly. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and the Giants lead the Dodgers 3-1. Daniel says there's a really good Brooklyn Dodgers documentary by HBO on YouTube. Yes, I've seen it. And it's just great stuff. One of my favorite historical franchises is the Brooklyn Dodgers. So many great stories out of there. Great ballpark, great characters. Home of 2 great broadcasters. Of course, the old redhead, Red Barber, and the man who had his tutelage under Red Barber, none other than Vin Scully. Ghosts of Ebbets Field, yes. That's a great doco, man. That's just anybody you want to check it out. It's a good one. Ghosts of Ebbets Field. You know, these days, with everything the way is so mass market, pre-packaged, whatever, that great documentary. And also there's some great books too. And of course but it's really fascinating to see how involved, how invested the Brooklynites, really were with the Giant or with the Dodgers, and just it's a great story, and it makes. I mean, none of us here were around. We weren't around. We did, we did, but I mean, to imagine being so attached, and you lived in the Brooklyn fans really did live and die with these Dodgers. And Ken and I frequently talk about the very characters of the game, and it's so much fun to look through the history of the Brooklyn Dodgers, and from their from the managers they've had. I mean, Wilbert Robinson being the most probably the most notorious, the most famous. In fact, so well beloved that the team was named the Robins for time. They didn't officially become the Dodgers until the 1930s. So, but you had that. You had, of course, the scene of baseball's greatest moment, April 1947. But you also had Babe Herman and his exploits on the base paths, and all the great characters. Just great stuff. So yeah, it is sad. It is sad, but a very, very good documentary. You're absolutely right, Nathaniel. D. Scott says he's going to check it out next time he's on a job with HBO. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Greatest right field catch to save World Series Game 7, says Nathaniel. Eddie Stanky, 0-for-1 leading off. The 5-6-7 hitters due up for the New York Giants. Eddie Stanky struck out last time up. Joe Black winds and deals. 1-2 pitch, hard liner to short, and Pee Wee Reese will make that catch. That was a bullet off the bat of Eddie Stanky. Excellent play there by Pee Wee, making it look like just another shitty day at the office, John. Hopefully that gives you a laugh there. Wes Westrum drew a walk last time. one down here in the bottom of the third inning. The pitch by Joe Black on the 1-2 pitch, and swing and the miss. And Joe Black will pick up his second strikeout of the game. Here's Don Mueller, walked his last time up. Joe Black deals 1-0 pitch. This one laced hard up the middle, base hit. Mueller thought about second, but he's going to hold, as you don't run against Duke Snider. That's just it. All right, here's Hank Thompson. So he drew a walk, which allowed Monty Irvin to score to give the New York Giants third run back in the first inning. Black brings it 1-2 pitch or 0-2 pitch, and strike three called. No runs, one hit, no errors. A runner left on base. We go to the visitors' half of the fourth inning in cavernous Polo Grounds, and it's the Giants leading the Dodgers 3-1. Shaka says, back when the Brooklyn franchise was born, Brooklyn was a city. That is indeed true. Until the 1890s, Brooklyn was a city, and then Brooklyn forced to become a borough. But the Brooklynites never forgot. Never, ever forgot. And it was it always seemed that they were tangling with the damn Manhattanites, the New Yorkers. Because even though Manhattan's a borough, when you think of New York City, that's the borough most people think of. I realize, you got, the Bronx is up, Bronx, Brooklyn, Richmond, Queens, all that. But really, and Richmond, nobody talks about that borough of New York City, which is really funny. But really, it's Manhattan, right? In fact, if you look at the Mets kind of, if you look at their logo, that's a kind of little Easter egg, a little homage maybe to the old Brooklyn Dodgers, because that's from across the bridge looking over, right, at the Manhattan skyline. It was always like that for the Brooklyn Dodgers as well. So I think that's kind of cool. Big rivalry, though. We talk about the Red Sox and the Yankees. This was a very, very heated rivalry as well, and would cause internal family stuff going on. So, Car 54 theme. There we go. All right. All the boroughs indeed have their own identities. In fact, you know what? I'm glad you bring that up, Shakis. And anybody that's new to this film, you got to understand the game's secondary. I love talking to all of you. So, Dickhead the other night didn't get that one, I guess. So they do, and so much so that when they, when O'Malley wanted a new ballpark because they couldn't do anything more with Ebbets, Robert, and they had the land picked out, not far from Ebbets, actually, would have given them some more room to build out. And so Robert Moses, city planner, said, well, nope, you can build your ballpark in Queens. And O'Malley said, Queens ain't Brooklyn. And the rest is history. So John says, was just thinking that the 2025 Dodgers must be one of the best Dodger teams of all time. Well, they beat a very, very tough 2025 Toronto Blue Jays team. Again, we've said how many times on here, John, that was a great World Series. It was a great World Series. All right. Robert Moses, what a loser. Poor Walter O'Malley got so much hate for decades. But Nathaniel, you saw in that documentary, right, that they were going to build like this sort of, because Buckminster Fuller was the big thing in the 50s, right? So it was going to be a dome stadium with like a Bucky Dome in it and everything like that. And Moses just wouldn't have it. So Dodgers go west in 1957, and in 1959 they bring LA the first of many championships. Just 2 years later, long-suffering Brooklyn fans, lots of World Series and only one World Championship, 1955. Their first trip to the World Series was in 1916. 1916. Duke Snider lined to center back in the first. Here's the pitch. And the Duke of Flatbush swings this one rolling foul. First base side. And Irvin will get it, and he'll underhand toss into the stands. Count, no balls, 2 strikes. And Duke Snider swing and a miss on a curveball there from Sal the Barber. So I always like Sal the Barber because he sounds like a mafia guy. Sal the Barber Magley. All right. Anyhow, Jackie Robinson, last time up, he walked in the second. Here's the pitch. 1-1 up the chute. And Wes Westrum back against the backdrop makes a play for out number 2. So 2 great plays here in this game. One by Pee Wee Reese, one by Wes Westrum. Shaka says, I remember when the King of Queens show came out, my dad thought it was going to be about gay people. Oh my God. Funny. Robert Moses Grove. Yeah, we got to get that right. But yet, Robert Moses Grove, aka Lefty Grove, was more of a winner. Way more of a winner. Yes, indeed, he was, D. Scott. You got that right, pal. Gil Hodges flew out deep down the left field line back in the second. All right, Magley has the sign. Here's the pitch. And this one fisted out into left field. This is going to get out for a base hit. Bobby Thompson up with it, fires into Alvin Dark. So the Brooklyn Dodgers pick up their second hit of the game, and here's left fielder Andy Pafko, grounded to first last time up, an intentional sacrifice, and Pafko lays off. There's a 3-2 count there from Sal the Barber, laid off the fastball. So Magley has issued his second free pass of the game, and here's the great Roy Campanella, RBI single back in the second. For my money, while Johnny Bench, great catcher, really guys like Roy Campanella, who I think is more the prototype. And if we look at the Negro Leagues, Josh Gibson, these guys that created, that led to Johnny Bench. But Campy and Gibson were doing things 30, 40 years before Johnny Bench, and no knock on Johnny Bench at all. Campanella, of course, we talk a lot about Jackie Robinson. Campanella had to put up with a lot of racist bullshit coming up too. Tough for him too, and of course dealing both being African American and Italian. Campanella dealt with some shit, and then of course his career. But great player. How about it? So RBI single back in the second. 2 down. Dodgers trying to get more here. 2-2 pitch. And does Campy do it? Deep. Open the window, Aunt Minnie. And this one is gone. And Roy Campanella appreciated that nice little talk and rewards us with a 3-run shot. And the Brooklyn Dodgers now claim the lead 4-3 over the New York Giants as the Reading Rifle steps in, grounded back to the pitcher in a second. Shaq has said he took his dad to a Yankees-Mets game at Shea, and so we were scared to death because the fans were shouting at each other that those little Giants-Dodgers games were nuts. Oh, yeah, man. You'd have families not talking to each other. Dodgers. Of course, tragically, out on the West Coast, went out there was some violence, real nasty stuff, but rivalry still there. But yeah, everything I've ever read about the especially the Dodgers-Yankees rivalry, Shaq, it could get it was damn personal to these Brooklynites. All right, 2 down, and the Brooklyn Dodgers played here in the top of the 4th. Magley deals 2 hopper to short, but Alvin Dark just unable to release the ball. That's going to be E6. So first error in the game for the New York Giants, and brings up the pitcher, Joe Black. Flew out down the left field line. And we'll let the AI do it at once. So Rocky Nelson is going to come in to pinch hit. And Nelson grounds this one to second. Stanky is going to take the exit ramp to Monty Irvin, and that retires the side. But 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. Big, big blast by the great Roy Campanella, 3-run shot. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and the 1952 Brooklyn Dodgers lead the 1951 New York Giants 4-3. It'll be Sal Maglie, Alvin Dark, and Willie Mays due up for the Giants. Sal struck out back in the first, and we need a pitcher. See that? Let me see. Can we do this without a... Sometimes the game will... Yep, there we go. Billy Lowe's in there. It will just throw one in there. So let's look at Billy Lowe's here. He was a 2.69 earned run average in 1952 with 13 wins, 8 losses, 1 save. So that's a little trick, by the way. If you're playing like this and you don't want to pick a pitcher, if you just go back out, it'll pop a pitcher in there for you. And I figure middle innings, and the game doesn't mean anything. It's just a chance to hang out with you guys. But little action PC trick for you there. All right. Here's Alvin Dark. Solo shot back in the first inning, and grounded to third back in the second. Here's the pitch from Billy Lowe's. Dark sends this to center field. The Duke of Flatbush on his horse brings it down. 2 down. Billy Lowe's now to deal to the Say Hey Kid. Solo shot back in the first. Flew out to deep right last time up. 3-0 pitch. Willie Mays will draw the walk. So Billy Lowe's trying to come with a little bit of heat there to Mays, and to no avail. So Willie is on board, represents the tying run, and brings up Monty Irvin. Monty Irvin 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Lowe throws over. Willie Mays back easily. Lowe's brings it home, 1-1 pitch. Fly ball. This one out to left center field. Snyder calling off Pafko, and he will make the grab. The Giants threaten, but they do not score. We have played 4 here at the Polo Grounds. It's the Brooklyn Dodgers 4 and the New York Giants 3. All right. So we are back at the top of the order. Pee Wee Reese, Billy Cox, and Duke Snyder. Pee Wee Reese has struck out and popped out. Maglie deals 0-2 pitch, and Pee Wee Reese swings and a miss on the hammer by Sal the Barber. So third strikeout. Infield cheating in now is Billy Cox in there. They're looking bunt. Let's see here. So Cox is a good bunter, a good hit and run man. So Cox 0 for 2 in the game. He's flown out and grounded out. Maglie deals. Cox not bunting. Routine fly ball to right. And Don Mueller has it in his glove. 2 out. Noah Vale was not a clutch hitter, says D. Scott Howard. I'm off the anesthesia still hitting me, man. You gotta hit me with the reference there, my friend. 0 for 2 for Duke Snyder. Struck out back in the 4th. Maglie deals 0-1 pitch. Snyder grounds. Oh, Eddie Stanky diving stop from the knees onto Maglie, and that will retire Duke Snyder and the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We've seen 3 great plays in this game. Dodgers maintaining a 4-3 lead. Take a slug of water here. Boy, it's fun doing a game after you have a surgery. Yeah. I feel like my speech is slowing down to, I don't know, about 4 shots of Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey. All right. Anyhow, 4-5-6 due up for the Giants. Bobby Thompson, Eddie Stanky, and Wes Wenstrom. Bobby Thompson 0 for 2, flew out back in the second his last time up. And Thompson swings. Room service bounce for Pee Wee Reese. Quick release. And they get him. So 1 away. So funny. Popped up to no avail. Oh. Scott Howard, you're killing me over here. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. See that? I was hoisted on my own petard, man. All right. So everything's still foggy in my left eye, my right eye, seeing like a damn eagle. That's weird. Eddie Stanky is nothing for two. So one down here in the bottom of the fifth inning here. And still, I love the new scoreboard here in Action PC Baseball. So nice to read now. Lowe's deals. And Eddie Stanky will draw the walk. So Billy Lowe's missing on the 3-0 count. Trying to get the little curveball in there. Wes Westrum, nothing for one. Wes last time, he's nothing wrong with a walk, struck out back in the third. Drink that Irish whiskey. Oh, I'll probably hit that this weekend. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball left field. Pafko coming in and ranging to his left. And he will bring it down for out number 2. Eddie Stankers back to first. So they're calling it a great play by Andy Pafko. So there you go. Another great play for you. 2 bits. All right, here is Don Mueller. So he has walked in singles in this game. 0-2 pitch. Grounder Robinson is going to go to first. And that will be all for the New York Gothams. And we are on our way to the top of the 6th inning. Dodgers leading the Giants 4-3. Jackie Robinson, Gil Hodges, Andy Pafko due up. Jackie 0 for 1 with a walk. 0-1 pitch, swung on, and sharp ground ball into right field. Jackie Robinson aboard. Pardon me. And Jackie definitely a threat to steal. Here's Gil Hodges. 1 for 2, singled back in the 4th. 0-1 pitch. Hodges bunting. How about that? This one off in the third base side. Count 0-2. And Hodges swinging a miss. Strike 3. 4th strikeout for Sal the Barber Magley as Andy Pafko settles in the box. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. 3-1 pitch. Magley loses him. So the Dodgers with 1 out, 2 on here in the top of the 6th inning, and brings up Roy Campanella. 2 for 2, 4 RBI today. In fact, so Roy responsible for all 4 of these Brooklyn Dodgers runs. John says he's going to look forward to buying Action PC on the Black Friday. So you're going to wait until November. Okay. Pardon me. Yeah, indeed, a little small ball action. How about it? Pardon me. So anyhow, Campanella with that RBI single to score Jackie Robinson back in the 2nd, and then the 3-run shot that everybody saw in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Campanella lays off the 3-2 pitch, and the Barber is in trouble. They load him up, and here comes Carl Furillo. Just 8 home runs in 1952 for the Dodgers, but who knows? So he was safe on an error back in the 4th. Magley deals. Furillo sends us out to center field, but it's not going to get past Willie Mays. But tagging at third and coming in to score is Jack Roosevelt Robinson. And Brooklyn adds a little bit of padding. It is 5-3 now. All right. And Billy Lowe's here. Let's see if Billy's going to pitch for himself. He went on. Tommy Holmes will come in as a pinch hitter, lefty. And Holmes skies this one, goes the other way to left field. Bobby Thompson has it. And that does it. So another run tacked on 1 hit, no errors. Bottom of the 5th inning here at the Polo Grounds. And it's the Brooklyn Dodgers 5, the New York Giants 3. Got you singing Steely Dan. Good. Good band, Steely Dan. All right. Hank Thompson, Sal Magley, Alvin Dark due up for the New York Giants. Thompson struck out back in the 3rd. So 0 for 1 with a walk. And we need a pitcher. Yes, we do. And this one based into the left, and we'll tell you who's pitching here in a second, as Hank Thompson will make the turn at first. So it's going to be Clyde King. Clyde King was 2-0 in 1952 with a 5.06 earned run average. All right. So King now will face Sal Maglie. Let's see if Sal Maglie, he's whiffed twice. He's not, yeah, he will stay in the game. Maglie gets a bunt down. Hodges comes in. Only play will be to first. He fires on to Jackie Robinson covering. So one away, and on the play, Hank Thompson moves into scoring position. Potential tying run comes to the plate for the York Giants and Alvin Dark as we swing around to the top of the order again. So Alvin is 1 for 3, and that one was a home run back in the first. King deals 0-1 pitch, fly ball center field, and Duke Snider patrolling that big old pasture out there has it. And faking and getting back to second is Hank Thompson. So 2 down for the Giants. Here comes the Say Hey Kid, 1 for 2, and a walk and a home run. 0-2 pitch. Mays sends this one out deep to right, but not deep enough. The Reading rifle has it measured and makes the catch. The New York Giants threaten again, but do not score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 6 down here at the Polo Grounds, and it's the Dodgers 5 and the New York Giants 3. Shaka says, when Black Friday comes, I'll stand by the door and catch the gray men when they dive from the 14th floor. Great stuff. Great stuff. I don't know. I'll tell you what, John. I mean, you know your finances better than I, buddy, but the upgrades this year in this game have been significant. And what better way to cure a shitty day at work than with a baseball game? I mean, that's just what I'm saying, you know. All right. Anyhow, Pee Wee Reese 0 for 3 on the day. Back at the top of the Dodger order. Here's the pitch from Sal Maglie. And this one under the glove of Alvin Dark into left for a base hit. So Pee Wee gets his first hit of the day. And that is hit number 5, I'm sorry, for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Billy Cox now, third baseman, 0 for 3 in the game. Here's the wind and the pitch, the 1-0 pitch. And fly ball to right. Don Mueller has it there in the shadows. So 1 away for the Duke of Flatbush. So hasn't been on base yet today. 1-0 pitch. And this one, a little inside-out job, but this one going foul, first base side, and this will make the seats. All right, so Duke Snider back in there. 1-1 pitch. Snider straightens it out. Fly ball. Sinking liner. Mays has it. Great catch there by Willie Mays. Going back, turning, and making a good grab out there. So 2 away by the greatest center fielder in baseball history as Jackie Robinson strides to the plate. Jackie 1 for 2 with a walk. Maglie deals 1-2 pitch to Jackie, and Jackie Robinson called strike 3. 7th inning stretch time. Brooklyn leads New York 5-3. We'll be right back. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the man on the mound for the Dodgers, Clyde King, doesn't he eventually manage the San Francisco Giants? I think at some point. Baseball historians here. All right. Monty Irvin is 2 for 3, leading things off. The 3, 4, 5 hitters do up for the New York Giants. Irvin, Thompson, and Stenke. Clyde King, 1-2 pitch. And this one's going to go all the way to the wall. Monty Irvin off to the races. Duke Snider chasing it down. Irvin going for 3. The tag by Billy Cox. Triple. The greatest hit in baseball. So Monty Irvin picking up the 3-bagger here. And all of a sudden, the tying run comes to the plate in Bobby Thompson. Bobby Thompson, who dashed the hope of the Dodgers. And that's all we'll say, D. Scott. So that's all we'll say. And it looks like Ben Wade is going to come in. So Clyde King is out of there. We'll look at Wade's numbers in a second. Fly ball, deep, back, open the window, Aunt Minnie. It's out of here. Oh, my God. Bobby Thompson does it way early in the season. In the bottom of the seventh inning, the New York Giants tie it up. It is 5-5. So what a rude greeting here for Ben Wade. Ben Wade with a 3.6 earned run average, 11 wins, 9 losses, 3 saves in 1952 for the Bums. All right, here's Eddie Stanky batting in the 5 slot. Still nobody down. And the Dodgers, Ben Wade needs to bear down right here. Swung on. This one bunted out in front of the plate. Foul. Stanky swings in the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball to center. This one hit fairly deep, but a lot of room out there. Duke Snider will track it down. 1 away. All right, so Ben Wade giving up the 2-run dinger. And Wes Westrom 0 for 2 and a walk. Wade with the 0-2 pitch. Wes Westrom, fastball, painting the inside corner. So Ben Wade picks up a strikeout. 2 down for Don Mueller. Mueller. Swung on. Fly ball to right. It's gone. Aunt Minnie was in the other room. So now the New York Giants have reclaimed the lead. It is 6-5. All right, brings up Hank Thompson. So Thompson has an RBI in this game, and he singled his last time up. Ben Wade deals 1-1 pitch. Thompson popped foul, third base side. Billy Cox just watching it land softly in the stands. Indeed. A sort of gossamer landing, if you will. All right, here we go. 1-2 pitch. Well, apparently not 1-2 pitch. Anyhow, Hank Thompson is aboard, damn it. And here's Sal Maglie. Will Sal Maglie hit for himself? I think he will. Yes, he will. There we go. And Sal Maglie strikes out. Whoa, boos all over the place here. And at the Polo Grounds. But the damage has been done. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. 7 in the books here at the Polo Grounds. New York Giants now lead the Brooklyn Dodgers 6-5. Bill Rigney will come in to play third. Spider Jorgensen will play right field. So those are your defensive changes for the New York Giants. All right, we got the number 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Bums. Gil Hodges, Andy Pafko, and Roy Campanella. Signore Campanella, huh? All right, Gil Hodges, 1 for 3. Maglie deals, full count, and he loses Hodges. So the tying run reaches for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Brings up now Andy Pafko. Pafko is nothing for 1. He has walked twice in this game. Infield guarding the lines. 0-1 pitch. Pafko showing bunt. And this will be foul back. 2 strikes on Pafko. Swung on. Base hit up the middle. Hodges gets back to second quickly. Looked like Hodges was trying to go for third base there. So the Dodgers now, with the big man coming up, Roy Campanella, 4 RBI today. All right, here's the pitch. 0-2 to Campanella. Fly ball, center field, sinking liner to Mays. Mays has it, tagging at second and holding will be Gil Hodges. So 2 on, 1 down. The Dodgers looking to answer here in the top of the 8th inning as the Reading Rifle was in the box. Sacrifice flies last time up, scored Jackie. Maglie deals, 3-2 pitch. Popped on the infield, Alvin Dark, as Thompson coming in, calling him off, and he will make the catch. 2 down. The Dodgers could very much be allowing an opportunity to go by the wayside. Ben Wade will be taken out, and George Shuba will be coming in to pinch hit. And Westrom out to have a quick word. Maglie deals. Shuba swings, base hit right field. And this game is tied as Gil Hodges will come home. Throw hits the cutoff man, Eddie Stanky. 6-6. We got us a good ball game here. Not much finesse, but a good ball game nonetheless. Pee Wee 1 for 4, grounded a single back in the 7th. Magley from the set in the 1-2. Reese sends this one foul, third base side. All right, wind it up. Do it again. Magley brings it. Reese swings. This one, he straightens it out on. Oh, Monty Irvin. Bad hop on Monty Irvin. And then goes to make the throw and drops the ball. Score that one, E3. And the Brooklyn Dodgers have him sold out. And here is Billy Cox now. Nothing for 4. And a chance for the Dodger third baseman to come through big time and break open the 6-6 tie. The pitch. 2-0 pitch. Cox sends this to left field. This should end the inning. Thompson has it, and that's it. The Dodgers leave him loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We are not at a 6. Aaron Reed says, whoa, Nelly, we got a barn burner going on right now. Indeed we do, my friend. Indeed we do. All right, and base hit right field. Alvin Dark will make the turn at first as Ray Moore comes in. 4.76 earned run average. One win, 2 losses for him. Willie Mays 1 for 3. 0-1 pitch. Mays, hard liner out into left field. And Alvin Dark wasn't sure if Pafko actually had the ball, so there was hesitation on his part. When they saw that it was a trap and not a catch, Alvin Dark quickly gets the second and Mays down to first. Monty Irvin has 3 hits today. So this could be costly. The Dodgers leaving them sold out here in the top half of the frame. Moore brings a 3-1 pitch, and Moore loses them. Now the Giants have them loaded up. And here is Bobby Thompson. And Bobby Thompson with a 2-run shot back in the 7th. Moore deals. Thompson on the 1-0 pitch. Reese goes home. Campanella to Hodges, and I think we got us a 2-ball killer. Big double play. Whoa, baby, how about it? So Pee Wee Reese goes to the plate, then Campanella fires on to first. So what do we got there? A 6-2-3 double play. How about that? All right. So 2 down. Can the Dodgers get out of this one? Got to get past Eddie Stanky here. Stanky, nothing for 3. He has a walk in this game. Ray Moore ready to bring it from the stretch. 2-0 pitch. Stanky swings and soft liner to Billy Cox. And how about that? The Dodgers get out of it. We go to the top of the 9th inning. It's 6-6. Nathaniel says, what a game. D. Scott Howard says, soul crushing. I know, especially because of the man who hit the ball, right? All right, here we go. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the Dodgers. Duke Snider, Jackie Robinson, and Gil Hodges. So the Brooklyn faithful who made the trip here to Polo Grounds really, really looking for Mr. Snider to do something. He is 0 for 4. Sal Magley, still in the game. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Snider swings a little fly ball out, and Jorgensen has it for 1 out. And I believe we did announce Jorgensen before. Stop. Go away. Go away. Go away. Oh, well. Every time we hit that. There we go. Let's go over here. Yep. So we did announce Jorgensen. All right, Jackie Robinson is 1 for 3, 1 away. So Magley getting tired out there. 1-2 pitch, and he hits Jackie Robinson. Go ahead run reaches here in the top of the 9th inning. And Magley, let's see. So Magley, we don't even have to look here anymore. Magley's expected pitch count, he is already past that. But looks like they're leaving him in. Gil Hodges 1 for 3. Magley 1-1 pitch. Hard liner to short. and brought down beautifully by Alvin Dark. So 2 down now. It's up to Andy Pafko to try to keep this going and allow Brooklyn to break the tie. When we go to the bottom of the ninth for the New York Giants, it's going to be Westrom Jorgensen and Rigney. 1-2 pitch. Pafko out to center field. Willie Mays ranging way over to his left, and he will bring it down for out number 3. So the Dodgers waste another opportunity. We go to the bottom of the ninth here at Polo Grounds. This game again brought to you by Ballantine Beer. It is 6-6. So Ray Moore has to be feeling the weight here, and he's facing Westrom Jorgensen and Rigney. So Wes Westrom in the game, nothing for 3 with a walk. Ray Moore deals 1-2 pitch, fly ball out to left field. Andy Pafko trots over and makes the running catch. So 1 down now. Spider Jorgensen, a .235 hitter, and 1951 for the Giants. 2 homers, 8 runs batted in for him. Ray Moore brings the 3-1 pitch, and he loses Jorgensen, and the go-ahead run is aboard for the New York Giants. Bill Rigney making his first plate appearance. .232 average, 4 home runs, 9 runs batted in. Ray Moore brings it 1-2 pitch. Rigney sends this out to right field, but Carl Furillo has it as he goes to his right and in. Gets it into Jackie. 2 down. Are we going to have free baseball? Sal Magli will be pulled. Artie Wilson will come in to pinch hit for the New York Giants. The pitch by Ray Moore, full count, and he gets him. And so what do we got? Monty Kennedy, will now be pitching for the 1951 New York Giants as we head to the top of the 10th inning. And we are knotted at 6 here at the Polo Grounds, baby. Really loving Action PC baseball this year. But members of the Michael McGreevy League, fret not. So my mom is coming home from the hospital tomorrow, which is great news. So that's another thing. So I thank all of you for your good vibes and everything like that. And yeah, what else can I say? I appreciate all of you. All right, Campy 2 for 3. Here we go. It's going to be Campanella, Furillo, and a pinch hitter for Ray Moore, I'm sure. Monty Kennedy, 2.25 earned on average, 1 win, 2 losses for him in 1951. Kennedy deals 1-1 pitch. Campanella up the middle, base hit. Campanella 3 for 4 in a day. He is a machine. All right, go ahead and run aboard for the Brooklyn Dodgers. The Reading Rifle, nothing for 3. Popped to short. Thank you for that, Aaron. Really appreciate it. Kennedy brings it 1-2 pitch. Furillo pops it up the chimney, and this is going to get out of play. Here's a 2-strike pitch, and line drive, base hit up the middle, and Furillo turns on the Jets, picks up a double. Roy Campanella moves to third on the play, 2 in scoring position, nobody out for the Brooklyn Dodgers. And Ray Moore, let's see, who's it going to be? So Bobby Morgan coming into pinch hit for Brooklyn. So Ray Moore's day is done. Here's the pitch by Kennedy, base hit, and the Dodgers retake the lead as Campanella and Furillo will score. So 2 RBI single in there. And here we go. So 8-6, Brooklyn. When we go to the bottom of the 10th for the Giants, will be the top of the order. Alvin Dark, Willie Mays, and Monty Irvin. Hope you guys enjoyed some 1950s baseball tonight. And, you know, as you leave the Polo Grounds and all that kind of stuff, get down to Brooklyn and listen to some good doo-wop, right? All right, here we go. Still nobody out, and here is Pee Wee. He has 1 for 5. Infield looking bunt. Rigney into third. Irvin in at first. Kennedy brings it 1-2 pitch, and strike 3. Down goes Pee Wee Reese, who's whiffed 3 times today. Billy Cox, 0 for 5. Time for him to come through big for them bums. 1-1 pitch. Cox swings. Fly ball. Tracking it down is Willie Mays. Nice play. Diving catch out there by Willie Mays. Sorry, I cannot channel my Russ Hodges. Second great play for Willie Mays on the day. Are we surprised? Not at all. And talking about great center fielders, here's another one. Duke Snider, though, not doing much with the stick today. He is 0 for 5. Wouldn't mind tacking on another here for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Make sure you intentionally walk Thompson. Yeah, due up fourth in the inning. Can hear Hilda's cowbell all the way from Flatbush, says D. Scott Howard. Absolutely. And the Dodgers Symphony Band. Kennedy deals. 0-1 pitch. Duke Snider, tapper back to the mound. Kennedy to Irvin. And that will retire the Brooklyn Dodgers. But 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Bottom of the 10th inning. And it will be Alvin Dark, Willie Mays, and Monty Irvin. We're going to do this. And Rutherford comes in, and we'll give you his numbers. Robinson to Hodges score at 4-3, 1 down. Johnny Rutherford, a 4.25 under an average, 7 wins, 7 losses, 2 saves for him in 1952. Willie Mays, 2 for 4, including a home run. The pitch. Mays swings in the first pitch, bounding ball to third. Cox ranging a bit to his left. Plants and fires onto Gil Hodges with a 5-3 putout. The Dodgers won away from taking this exhibition game. Monty Irvin, 3 hits today. Rutherford has a sign from Campanella, 1-1 pitch. And not yet. Line drive base hit into right center field. Snider, Furillo converging, and Snider getting to the ball quickly. Monty Irvin with his 4th hit today. Tying run comes to the plate in Bobby Thompson. So Shakis says that we should intentionally walk Bobby Thompson. So we'll do that. Yep. All right. So Bobby Thompson does already have a home run in this game. Let's see what happens here now. Eddie Stanky is 0 for 3. The pitch by Rutherford. And he hits Stanky. Oh, man. And the Dodgers have him loaded up. Shakis, man, he says walk Thompson. And then the next batter's hit, and there's no place. The only good news is Wes Westrom is 0 for 4 and a walk. All right, Giants were supposed to be down to their last out. Instead, they loaded the bases. Nowhere to put Wes. The pitch from Rutherford, 1-1 pitch. This should end the ball game. Fly ball, left field. Pafko back on his horse, and that's it. The Brooklyn Dodgers take it in extras, 8-6. How about that? All right. So, of course, it being an exhibition game, but Moore gets the win. Kennedy gets the loss. We're not going to have a player of the game. You guys can pick who that is. I think it should be Roy Campanella. 3 for 4 of the home run, 4 runs batted in for the New York Giants. Willie Mays goes 2 for 5 of the home run. Don Mueller, 2 for 3 of the home run. Monty Irvin, 4 for 5, triple stolen base. Tell you what, let's split player of the game honors between Campanella and Monty Irvin. So what a fun game this was. And you really don't get to see a lot of 1950s baseball in the old Action PC baseball community. Ralph Branca smiling. How about it? So I was watching and I was hoping, I hope the AI doesn't put in Ralph Branca, and it didn't. So, but there you go. So good strategy there by good tactics by Shakis. So because Thompson did have a home run in this game, so walking him. So there we go, gents. Twere a lot of fun. Again, this is the National League part of the great teams. Maybe next time we do one of these, we'll do one from the I still call it the junior circuit, so get off my lawn. Show you some of the teams that are on there as we switch to the American League. And there's the American League. So basically, some pretty good teams here. You got the 1954 Indians, a shit ton of Yankee teams, of course. There's the 1948 Indians, the 49 Red Sox. Maybe we'll do the Indians and the Red Sox, the 48 Indians against the 49 Red Sox. That'll be fun. But some other teams you're not going to see a lot around here. These Detroit Tigers, 1940, 1945 Tigers. Really, really excellent. There's the 1944 Brownies. I'm hoping the 1922 Browns are somewhere here. If they're not, I'm going to add them because they deserve to be. I'll knock off one of these Yankees teams and put on a. I'm just looking here to see if the St. Louis Browns of 1922 are in here, and I do not see them. So somebody's going to have to take a hike here, and I think one of these Yankees teams can go. Sorry, Yankees fans, but I mean, you got the 51 Yankees, the 53 Yankees. Maybe we'll take away the 51 Yankees and put in the 1922 St. Louis Browns. Whatever. Got some other great teams, of course, the 72 Oakland A's. There's the 65 Twins, the 92 and 93 Jays. Again, we could kick one of those off. I want the Browns to be on here. It's either that or I got to add like a whole more 8 teams on here, which I could do because this is an older set. So we could do that. Shaka says he has an old Indians yearbook from the 1950s. See, I love this. I mean, John had a shitty day at work. I hope it got better. Chris Slovic got himself a great job in Tajikistan. I had an operation. My mom's coming home. Cousin Ken Castro is cousin Ken Castro. So life is good all the way around. Nathaniel making a rare and cherished appearance here. So again, none of you guys are in here. You're going to keep your wrenches and stuff. And to those who just haven't been here in like 2 years, those are the wrenches I'm taking away because I'm just assuming they decided to go off and join some sort of cult or something. I don't know, whatever. Christopher, you are welcome, and I am so happy for you, man. I know you're really worried, but we knew you had this, man. So hopefully you and I will get a chance to meet up since you're going to be here in the United States until August. Love to meet up with you. Catch a bucko game. I'm loving the moves that we're making on the off season. Anyhow, everybody on the way out of the turnstile. So I want to thank you for coming in, and might be back with a day game tomorrow. So I don't know. Grab your and pull up your socks. All right. Till the next time, y'all. We'll see you around the batting cage. All right. Good night.